I will do it right here.
Okay. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. And this is my son. He just woke up from his nap while I was filming, didn't you? I heard you go, Mom, Mommy. Today I am doing a 2 looks 1 palette using the Beauty Bay New Romantic palette. This is actually the first look that I filmed. So if you want to see some looks that I created using this palette, say just keep watching.
Just keep watching.
Yeah. Starting off with our Shop Miss A soft base primer. Going into Lingerie first. This shade did not swatch very well. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know. We'll see. I can see it, it's just very, very light. It does seem to build up a little bit though. Definitely more like a transition shade. If you're my skin tone, if you're deeper, maybe a brow bone shade. Next, we're gonna go into Muffin. It's just a warm tone brown. It reminds me of milk chocolate. I'm gonna take those 2 shades under the eye. I want to test out Saddle. I'm gonna put some on the inner corner to kind of prep for a halo eye. Taking it under the eye. My glitter primer, this is from Shop Miss A again, called Tacky Base. We're gonna pop that in the centers. Going for kind of a grungy neutral look today. And then we're gonna go into Khaki. I'm going to take that brush we used for the deeper shades to kind of help blend out the edges. We're going to take a tiny bit of black. Gold ink. And I'm going to try and keep it close to the lash line and then kind of blend it up. Before I blend that, I'm going to take some under the eye or on the outer edges. So, okay. Going back with this brush we used earlier, I'm going to blend it. And then take my finger back into Khaki. I go on an Oyster on a wet brush. We're going to take a little bit of Oyster and put it right in the center just to give a little more dimension. Sometimes I'll go back and forth into shadows that I've already used to re-intensify. I pretty much always do this. I usually don't really like to show it just because it takes some time. I'm gonna put on lashes and I'll be back. Here's the finished look. Everything performed really great. It turned out pretty much exactly how I thought it would. I ended up using that shadow that we used on the inner corner as a highlighter because I did have a little bit of fallout, so then I lost my highlighter I originally had on. I think it makes a beautiful highlighter. This palette has been a lot of fun to work with. So let's go ahead and get into look number, can you say two? Two! Let's get into look number 2. Okay, since yesterday's look was, you know, it was a little bit more neutral. Today we're going to use more of the pinks and the reds to get a little bit more bright up in here. I'm going to use the same base as yesterday, my Shop Miss A base. Ooh, my contour is not blended out very well today, but I feel like that's been an ongoing problem with me recently. The lighting in my bathroom upstairs is really, really bad. So I'm just going to blame that, but it's true. It's like one of those moments where you're like, plus like for YouTube, I usually do like a darker contour than I would for like, you know, every day. Also for photos on Instagram, there's definitely a difference in how I do my makeup for everyday versus like Instagram, like face makeup. We are going to start off with Flamingo first, which is this light pink shade. I feel like we used quite a bit of the pinks in my first tutorial with this palette, so I kind of feel like I mean like I know I can make it look different, but I feel like I don't know how different it's gonna look. We'll find out. I feel like in my last tutorial I was talking so quiet because my son was napping, and then he obviously woke up in the middle of my filming. That happens sometimes. I usually do try to film while he's napping because it's like the only time I can sometimes. My husband, he obviously works, but then when he comes home, he's been going to school. So it's been a really busy life lately. So just try and fit things in when we can. If you have kids, I think you know, it's like constantly trying to figure things out that works out for everybody. Let's go into Milkshake, which is this one right here, the hot pink. I feel like the only shimmers we haven't used are the pink shimmers, so I think that's what we're gonna do today. I did do a first impressions on this already, so if you missed that, it's up on my channel if you're interested. These are the shades that remind me kind of the Give Me Glow Cosmetics palette. Like I feel like you could literally create this look with the Give Me Glow right now because it has that hot pink and a light pink. I really like that palette, their Vivid Rose palette. I love Give Me Glow. But if you did watch my first impressions on this palette, there are a few shades that are kind of similar, not identical, just pretty similar. Like you could get a similar look like I am right now. I'm going to go into Claret, which is this deep magenta-y shade, and I've used the same brush this whole time so far. Just using it to deepen it a little bit. This is a really nice shade. It doesn't take a lot of building either. I'm going to take that same shade under the eye. I'm getting like real messy up in here. So if you don't want like a lot of fallout, definitely tap off the excess, go in a little bit at a time. I apparently feel like I'm rushing for some reason. Why? I don't know. So there's like this raspberry shade and this queen shade, which I think are beautiful, that I have not used yet. These ones. Take our tacky base. I usually tap off the excess onto my hand. I feel like this is like my go-to look all the time in like every palette. Like I'm getting boring, I guess, but this is just what I like to do. That crease kind of style, I just like it. First we're gonna go into, I think, Raspberry, which is that shade there. Right bright pink shade. It's pretty. It's not my favorite like color ever. Now taking Queen, the shade I think is really pretty. I'm just gonna use the same brush. This one is like, I think this one's one of the prettiest shimmers, honestly. It's deeper, but it has like some purple sparkles. It just has a lot more dimension than some of the other sparkly shades. I feel like that Queen shade would just honestly look beautiful with Claret. Like they would just pair so nicely together on their own. I'm having like a hard time picking it up. I actually switched to a fluffy brush mainly to try and like get a little texture going because it is like stuck in the pan. It's really pretty. I want to add like oomph to it somewhere, but I have no idea where or what to do. I guess we'll take a little bit of ink, which is the black, just a little bit. Then I'm going to blend that out. I'm just taking a pencil brush first to put it exactly where I want it. Take some under the eye. I'm going to take the one that I had Claret on at first to help blend those together. And take our fluffy brush that has the other reds on it to help blend that out. I don't want it like an intense black. I just really want to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit. I don't want it to take over that red at all. I think we're gonna take this Royal Purple. This is my favorite shade from the palette. I think it's seriously stunning. And we're gonna take it here. I just want to make this look a little bit more fun. Gonna take some of that here towards the inner corner, but not use it on the inner corner. We're gonna take the purple, the light purple on the inner corner. We're gonna attempt the finger. So I kind of want to blend it a little bit into the inner third to kind of just give all that more dimension, not take over, just add it. Alright, we're gonna have some cleaning up under the eye. I'm gonna add eyeliner and lashes and I'll be back. Here is the final look. So it's not my favorite, but I do really like how that light purple meshes with that vibrant purple. It looks so pretty to me. I really like it. I've really enjoyed using this palette. I think it's a pretty palette and I think it's a good buy for $15. I know Valentine's Day is over, but you still can create some pretty pink looks just because. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you're going to pick up this palette now, what you think about it. Again, I do have a first impressions on this palette where I do another demo and another look. I'm so sorry about my barking dog. That's because my son and my husband are playing downstairs making a big old ruckus. It gets really hyped up when they start getting hyped up. So again, this is only $15. It took a little bit of time to get to me. So far I'm really impressed with Beauty Bay and I really am excited to see what other palettes they come out with. I think this is a great steal for $15 and if this is your type of color story, I would 100% recommend getting it. But yeah, thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.